Hey people, welcome to the 4th of July Friday evening stream here in Toronto. Hope you're all doing well. Another weekend is upon us. And happy 4th of July to all my American viewers. I know there are quite a few of you who watch regularly. Hope your long weekend is good. Hello, John Nicholson. Carol L.E., welcome. Alan K., good to see you. Zach, the vehicle enthusiast, or transit enthusiast, I guess. Hello, Janice Pike, what's up? Harjot, Gertij, Daniel JK, how you doing? Digital Blade Canada. What's up, Tiana? Magic Eraser and Chris Mills. George and Picard. Tea, Earl Grey, hot. Davy Bukaj, hello. Robert Sprite. Lena Sandoval. And anyone else who might have said hi, maybe I missed it. Michelle Gray. Mark M. Alright, so we're going to take a walk around downtown on the 4th of July here in Canada. We just had our Canadian birthday on July 1st. Hello. On Canada Day, where I was in Ottawa, as you may have seen. Hey, Famous Master, hello. Sean Bazilla. Hello, Mary Honan. Carl Roth, what's up? Joanne, hello. We're on Sherbourne Street, just walking past Allen Gardens. Is it not sunny in the Sioux today? It's sunny here. Hey, William Elliott. Jennifer Haley, hello. I thought I'd start the stream a bit later today just to avoid the hottest time of day. Some Friday evening streaming action. I don't often stream on Fridays, so it's a bit of a change, I guess. Hey, Sebastian, hello. Michelle Gray. I think I already said hi to Michelle, didn't I? Christos, what's up? This is the east side of downtown. As I mentioned, we're along Sherbourne, we're heading north. Basically, right near where I live. I just thought I'd fire up the stream. A stone's throw away from my building. Hey, Whitby Dude, hello. What's up, Billy T? Toronto's Drop Music Guy, how you doing? And also Janet, hello. Hey, Mike Landry's in the house with a $5 super. Hi Ken, how long was I in Ottawa? I was only in Ottawa for one day. I got there at around 4 o'clock in the afternoon on Canada Day, and I left at midnight to go back home to Toronto. So I wasn't even there for a day. I was there for like 8 hours basically. That's what you call a whirlwind visit to the nation's capital. Cheers, Mike Landry. Thank you very kindly for the super. Hey, Ken Land. No, this is Sherbourne. Sherbourne Street. Alex Oliveira. I think 8 hours was all I needed to do what I wanted to do in Ottawa. You know, I didn't really have any intention of staying overnight and doing another day of content. I thought I could squeeze it all into one day. And I did. I made like 4 walking videos and 1 transit video while I was there. So 5 videos and also the live stream. So I got a lot done for a quick little visit. I posted my O-Train video yesterday, and the rest of my walking videos will be coming up. Hey, John O'Meara. You lived on Pembroke Street, is that right, Mary? Huh, how about that? All right, later Christos. Maybe we'll see you back later on. I could have, I guess. I thought I'd make it a politics-free visit to Ottawa. And that's what I did. Hey, Randy Ruck, welcome to the stream and a $20 super sticker. Randy Ruck, thank you so much. Super generous, Randy, thank you. Cheers to you. What's up, Mojo? Yeah, that's right, Whitby Dude. It opened like 2019-ish. It's expanding too. It's a pretty good system as long as it's working. It's fully grade separated. The underground portion through downtown Ottawa, I think, is going to be pretty similar to what we're going to see with the Eglinton Crosstown for its underground portion. Very deep stations, similar rolling stock. I think the station design will be pretty similar as well. Hey, MK, hello. I don't know if the streets are going to be empty. Sherbourne Street here is a bit quiet, but you know, it's Sherbourne Street. It's not a holiday here, so I think we'll have some normal Friday activity as we continue to walk around downtown. Hey, Mishi Boo, hello from Australia. Good to see you again. We're at Wellesley. One of my favorite older apartment buildings here. Hey, Jillian, hello. Almost missed this light. I was too distracted looking around. And I don't know if Jeanette is lurking or maybe she'll see this later on. But happy birthday to Jeanette Morales. Hey, what's up, Jelly Bean? And Sergio, hello. Michelle, yeah, the Calgary Stampede, right? By far the biggest party of the year for Calgary. Hello, Tam. If you're just joining, we're making our way north up Sherbourne Street here on the east side of downtown Toronto. But I'm not going to be heading north much longer. I think I'm going to have to walk west into the sun, unfortunately. Can't be, well, it could be avoided if I went east, but I don't want to go east. I want to do a downtown walk, so I kind of have to go west. Hey, Milkman, hello. Thank you, Milkman. Holy moly, 5 memberships. Welcome to the 5 new members, and cheers to Milkman. Thank you very kindly, Milkman, for gifting 5 memberships. Excellent, and welcome again to the 5 new members. I'll see who the 5 new members are after the stream, and I'll add all the names to the members ticker that I have at the end of my pre-recorded videos. I'm not sure, Jellybean. We might. We might. This is the old Isabella Hotel. Hey, Soleada, hello. Or is it Soleada? I guess there's a couple ways to pronounce that. Randy Ruck gifted 5 memberships. Thank you, Alan K, for giving me a heads up on all this. And thank you, Randy Ruck, once again, for supporting the channel and bringing 5 more new members to the channel. Cheers once again, Randy Ruck, and welcome to 5 more new members. Holy moly, I think I have more members now than I've ever had on the channel. That's so awesome. Hey, Ruben Quinones, hello. Yeah, ever. Because memberships tend to go up and down. People become members, but they might not renew their membership from month to month. But I think this month and last month, the total membership has been at a record number. St. Jamestown over there. Do I know anyone who's working at One Bloor West? No, I don't. It would be cool if I did. But I see, hello, how you doing? I see regular updates on an online forum where people post pictures from the building. Check out all the views. Hey, slow burner, hello. I look like one of the cops from Men in Black. I think someone has said that before. Also, these glasses, I guess, add to that, right? Oh, happy birthday to your uncle, Jillian. Hey, Jefferson, hello. I think this building is topped out. That crane will be another one just as tall. The east side is growing up. Should I walk along Bloor? Yeah, let's do it. Let's just walk along Bloor, but not the entire way. Just for a bit. Randy gifted another 5 memberships. Are you kidding me? Randy Ruck. Cheers, Randy Ruck, once again. Wow, 10 memberships that I know of. Thank you very, very kindly, Randy Ruck, and welcome again to another 5 new members. Kathleen Das, hello. I like how this is called the Rosedale Medical Center. Even though we're technically in St. Jamestown here on this side. But Rosedale is literally just across Bloor Street, so I guess it's close enough, right? They'd rather have it called the Rosedale Medical Center than the St. Jamestown Medical Center, I guess. What building is this? Just an office building. I'm not sure what's in it, but it has Sherbourne subway station built into it. Hey, Jennifer Gala, hello. It rains memberships. Yeah, apparently, right? I want to know, have you ever seen the rain of memberships? Joanne, I've never really seriously considered going vegan, no. I think vegetarian is good enough for me. Alright, west on Bloor. Yeah, I don't mind that the sun is behind some clouds. It actually is preferable to me, especially when I'm walking in this direction. Either behind clouds or behind buildings. Either way works. It's nice to have you, Jennifer. Is the moon visible already? And once again, happy 4th of July to any American viewers who might be watching or lurking. Next to Canadian viewers, the American viewership is quite large in numbers, more so than any other. It goes Canada, US, then I think the UK are definitely the top 3 by far. Hey, Tom Seeley, hello. David Mack. Let me cross. Hey, Farshad, hello. Hey, welcome, George. 01 Red Cloud, what's up? think it's around 27 degrees right now, so it's not super duper hot. There's not a whole lot of humidity either. There's some, but I think tomorrow we're going to be in for some actual super duper hot weather again with crazy humidity Saturday, Sunday. So I'm kind of glad I'm streaming tonight instead of sweating my face off again. Hey, Diva Tequila, Dixon Cider, what's up? When I was in Ottawa on Canada Day, it was incredibly humid and I was drenched in sweat. Like, it was ridiculous. And then I was stuck sitting on the bus for 5 hours in my sweaty clothes coming back to Toronto. Sitting all night in sweaty clothes on a bus. Hey, would like to sleep? Yeah, it was very unpleasant. Very unpleasant. And there was this girl sitting beside me on the bus, and I just kept wondering if she could smell me. I was like, I hope I don't smell, you know. I didn't know if I smelled to the point where she would smell me. I mean, if I stuck my nose towards my armpit, I could smell myself, but I don't know if she smelled me. I hope not. She fell asleep, so I guess it wasn't that bad to keep her awake or anything. But I have to tell you, I could not shower fast enough when I got home. I took an extra long shower just so it would take, you know? She was in the same position. Yeah, I mean, I didn't smell her, but she was out in Ottawa that day too. She was there for Canada Day just like I was, because she had like a maple leaf little sticker on her face, on her cheek, so she was obviously there doing Canada Day stuff in Ottawa. So she was probably out walking around in the humidity all day just like me. SG, let's not jump the gun here, SG. I'm not there yet. I'm not there yet, SG. I have to get to 29K before I get to 30K. I did rack up quite a lot of new subscribers though during my Ottawa fireworks live stream, so that was nice to see. I think I got a couple hundred new subscribers. Hey, Aaron Hockey. The smell knocked her out, right? It's probably for the best. I think it was mostly contained to my shirt, to be honest. I think as long as you weren't sniffing my shirt in the armpit area, it was probably not that noticeable. Anyway, that's enough talk about my sweatiness on Canada Day. It was something. It was something. Hey, Fat Tony. Yeah, Aaron, it's going to be like that again tomorrow here for the weekend. Tomorrow, Sunday. No, I don't think I do, Jelly Bean. I don't think I do. Thankfully, that's never been really an issue for me. But, you know, certain circumstances can make it a bit more noticeable, I guess. I'm pretty lucky that way, I guess. Hey, Rob Mahoney. All right, let's veer off the Bloor Street, more well-known route here. We'll take some off the beaten path sort of routes as I make my way west. Firehouse subs. I still haven't tried Firehouse subs. Or Jersey mics. I haven't tried them either. I'm a fan of subs also. I just go to Belly Buster all the time. Here's the old historic part of the Manulife headquarters, but then there's this thing behind it. It's kind of a nice building. It's just hidden. You can't really see it from the street, from Bloor Street. This is the modern annex to the building. You like Subway? Yeah, I like Subway. I haven't been to Subway in a long time, but I like it. Randy Ruck, holy simoles. Randy Ruck, you're just raining support upon my channel tonight. Thank you. 50 bucks. I can get a lot of subs with 50 bucks, Randy Ruck. I can get Jersey mics, I can get Firehouse, I can get Subway, I can get Belly Buster. Thank you once again, Randy Ruck. Wowee. Cheers, Randy. Very, very much appreciated. I can get all the subs. Re-plugged in my power bank. Subs for the entire chat. Subs for everyone. Oh, there's the sun. Sun is showing itself. Alright, we're at Church Street. Wonder if I can get across here before a car comes whipping around the bend there. Oh yeah. No exit. I don't need no stinking exit. Besides, I'm a pedestrian. That doesn't apply to me. You want a sub, Mojo? Yeah, I kind of do, you know. It's been a while since I've had a good sub. What I like to do though is I just get a veggie sub, and then I get some of those veggie meat slices, you know, Eves or whatever they're called. You can get them at the grocery store, like imitation cold cuts like salami and bologna and stuff like that. And I buy some of those and then I put them on my veggie sub. That's what I like to do.
Sexy!
Why, thank you very much. Hey, Liam Dillon, what's up, what's up? Fellow veg head. Rub one out, Rosie. I don't think I've ever walked along here while live streaming before. Hey, what's up, Choppy? So we're in Bloor, Yorkville. Yeah, I'm a vegetarian. Not a vegan, but just a vegetarian. Hey, Maximilian, what's up? Bell Telephone Company. You see these buildings around town, and they're usually pretty impressive old buildings that get a bit overlooked. Although they always seem a bit devoid of life. You know what I'm saying? Not much going on inside those Bell Telephone Company buildings these days. Here's the big library beside me. Hey, Damon Washington, welcome to the chat with a $2 super to boot. Thank you very kindly, Damon Washington. Cheers, Damon. Thank you for supporting the channel. Which way am I looking? There we go. I'm using my other hand, that's why. Using my other hand to flip the camera around. I'm trying to hold my gimbal with my right hand instead of my left hand, which is what I usually do, because I find when I'm holding my power bank and my gimbal simultaneously in one hand, if I use my left hand, my thumb is in a weird position where it sort of gets, the power bank squeezes my thumb for like long periods of time. Then my thumb feels numb for hours afterwards. It's like I'm damaging the nerves or something with the edge of the power bank digging into my thumb. It's kind of hard to explain, but so now I'm holding my gimbal and power bank in my right hand because my thumb does not get impacted like that, so I can avoid getting the numb thumb syndrome. Maybe avoid some nerve damage. But it's just a bit awkward. I'm not used to holding it this way. Alright, I'm crossing Yonge Street. Hey, Jan Neeson, hello. There's the library. Hey, Stephen Edwards. I haven't heard of anything official, but I'm sure there's something going on. There's a pretty big expat American community in Toronto, so maybe they organize something for today. I think Toronto has one of the biggest expat American communities outside of the United States. I'll let this car go. I remember that Tom Cruise movie. I enjoyed that movie. I think I watched it several times. There's lots of good 1960s music. Errand 303, welcome. This building is kind of nice looking at the base here. I think they did a pretty good job integrating it with the street. It just needs, I don't know, maybe a retail store. I think that's what it's lacking. Like a coffee shop or something, I think would improve it. Hey, Wayne McKay.
No, the sugar.
We're in the old village of Yorkville. Let's sit on a bench. Hey, Peter Bradfield, hello, hello. Hey, thanks, Peter. I'll keep that in mind. Next time I want to get a sub, I'll try one or the other. Chilling on a bench here on Yorkville Avenue. Hey, Lemon Pledge. Brent Sheehan, hello. Louise Morin, what's up? All right. Call subs hoagies in Philadelphia. Yeah, you know, sometimes they're referred to as hoagies here also. In my hometown, North Bay, there was a sub place called Colonel Hoagies that I used to go to all the time. So that is a term that we sometimes use here for a big sandwich, more or less. A big long sandwich, basically a submarine sandwich. Here's the Yorkville Public Library. Got this library branch here for the neighborhood, but then you have the big ass flagship library branch right up there. Hey, RC Lamoureux, hello. You're welcome. It was my pleasure. Firehouse. Another skyscraper under construction right here. This one is taking forever just to get up to like about 4 floors above ground. It took forever just to get to ground level. There was a huge hole in the ground for a couple of years. I look like David Seaman. I'm not even sure who that is. Hey, Has Been, hello. Four Seasons. We're walking West Jillian on Yorkville Avenue. Kind of a neat view here. This new building is going to completely block out the view of the buildings behind it, though. But that's how it goes in Toronto. No view lasts forever in downtown Toronto. So don't get used to it if you have a good view, because chances are a building will pop up and block your view. Tandle S, welcome to the stream. That's right, happy 4th of July to all the American viewers. Dynamics 416, no shorts today. And Christy Milson, a $20 super chat. You just watched my video to Weston. Olden was born in the town of Weston, County of York, and Toronto gobbled it up. That's right. The town of Weston is no longer a town on its own, but it still retains the identity of its own town in a lot of ways, right? People still say, I live in Weston. It still feels like its own place, I thought. But thank you very, very kindly for the generous 20 bucks. Cheers, Christy. Thank you very kindly. RC Lamoureux, $10. Toronto's a good-looking city. Hopefully they can keep the cultural characteristics of it while modernization takes place. Have a wonderful summer all. I think Toronto does a good job of retaining its history, more so than a lot of people give it credit for. Admittedly, a lot of the buildings do end up being facadized, where they just leave a wall or two of an old building up if demolition is required. But I think a lot of times buildings are completely spared from demolition if they have status, right? If they get labeled a historic building, they will not be demolished. So Toronto does a pretty good job these days. Of course, in the past it was different. Tons of buildings were torn down in the post-war era in the 60s, 70s, and 80s. But yeah, I'm pretty pleased with the way things have been developing in the city, you know, since I've been living here. Thank Thank you very, very kindly, RC Lamoureux, for the super chat. Much appreciated. Some people will vehemently disagree with me there. They'll say Toronto is terrible and they demolish all the old buildings and put up glass boxes and that sort of thing. And I won't disagree that that has happened far too often, but I just don't think it's as bad as a lot of people make it out to be. Hello, Rakesh, welcome. One thing you notice is when people visit Toronto from other cities, whether it's elsewhere in Canada or in the US or overseas, even people from overseas will sometimes notice that Toronto has a good mix of historic buildings and modern buildings that sort of blend together in an aesthetically pleasing way. That's something that people say about Toronto. They love how there's an old Victorian building next to a modern skyscraper and that sort of thing. I think Torontonians just don't see things the same way that visitors see it, you know? When you live in a place too long, you tend to become blind to a lot of things, I think.
This is my message to you. Oh, believe it tonight. Don't worry about a thing.
Hey, Sapand, what's up? Good to have you, Sapand. Got some visitors from Jersey, New Jersey. Yeah, walking through Yorkville Village here on Yorkville Avenue. This is where you see the fancy cars if you're a fan of that sort of thing. Maybe we'll walk through Old York Lane.
Sidewalk just slanted like that, and I almost fell over.
Yeah, this used to be Toronto's Haight-Ashbury. It couldn't be more different now. Hey, Curtis from Wisconsin, welcome. Leo, yes indeed. We emerge onto Cumberland Street. Hey, Hannah Garris, hello. There's the Rock. Hey, Toronto Walker in the house. What is up, Toronto Walker? There's Hemingway's. What's up? No clue. You live in Cumberland in England. Well, Toronto was originally named after a town in England called York. And then it was changed to Toronto. All right, we're coming out of Yorkville. There's Avenue Road.
Kaya nga eh. Ang galing naman. Pero sa pagkain pa.
Hey, Kristen, hello. Bloor, Yorkville. Dan Harmson, hello. Here's the Park Hyatt Hotel. I've done some videos from inside there. There's a nice restaurant bar on one of the top floors where you get a view of the whole area looking south. So I've done a few videos from up there, checking out the view. Hey, Franny 14. Hey, Mr. Peepers. Not on this stream, Mr. Peepers. There are some around though, in the village. Royal Ontario Museum. Yeah, I had to zoom in on the tower because we got to get to it. We got to get to the tower. What is this? McMaster University. That's Hamilton's University. Would I tour the ROM? I don't know, maybe. I'm not sure how cool they would be with live streaming through the museum, but that might be fun to do sometime. Lots of times they tell you like no recording and things like that. Photos are okay, but not videos and other nonsensical type things. Heading west on Bloor Street. Well, this isn't so bad walking west right now. The sun is not in my face or anything. It's pretty good. Yeah, that's right, Errand. I went to Hamilton and did some videos and live streams before. A few years ago. They're up on the channel. I have a Hamilton playlist. building is starting to get tall. That's timber construction. It's made out of wood. I think it's going to be 14 stories. Which is pretty tall for a wooden building. Hey, what's up, Harjot? You wouldn't live in that? Well, you don't have to worry about it because it's not a residential building, it's a building for the University of Toronto. I'm not sure if it's going to be an academic building or what. Or a residence? Maybe it is going to be a residence, I'm not too sure. It's University of Toronto though, that's all I know. Hey, just two dreamers living life. Hello, hello. Yeah, Toronto is across Lake Ontario from New York State, so we're neighbors here in Toronto with the Americans, right? You can see the United States from tall buildings in downtown Toronto. You can see right across the lake to New York. So some people can wave to New Yorkers and wish them a happy 4th of July from their Toronto apartments. Alright, let's go down St. George. We'll walk into the University of Toronto. Hey, Todd Fuller, hello, hello. It's definitely not spotless choppy, but it is decently clean for a enormous city. Some areas just get, you know, cleaned up a lot more than others. Like, you don't have to look very hard to find, you know, some litter if you actually look for it. But generally speaking, yeah, it's decently clean. Some areas, though, not so much. Any plans to do a collab with Johnny? We haven't talked about a collab in the immediate future or anything, but we usually end up doing that, I don't know, at least a couple times a year, if not more. sure what they're building here. Might have to look that up. It's on the U of T campus, close to the wooden building over there. Hey Abe, how you doing? Welcome to the stream, Abe. Rock and roll history. I've talked a little bit about Toronto's rock and roll history in other streams and videos. Varsity Stadium, just right over there, is actually a spot I've talked about a bunch of times. Some very notable rock and roll moments there. Yeah, thanks, Joanne. Yeah, I think we vibe pretty well together when we do our collabs. Because we both really like a lot of the same things about the city, so we talk about those things and we just bounce off each other. Mud wrestling. Just kidding. Yeah, you're not kidding. You're not kidding, Jellybean. Don't pretend to kid. Well, I have to go up on top of a tall building, Kristen. You can't see New York City from Toronto, right? Maybe that's what you're thinking. You can just see the shoreline of New York State, which basically is just a bunch of trees and land. It's not like New York City. That's too far away. You can make out a few buildings in Niagara Falls, New York from Toronto though. The big hotel there, the Seneca 1 or whatever it's called. The big hotel in Niagara Falls, New York, where the casino is. You can see that building popping up. Abe, I'm on St. George Street in the U of T campus, just coming up to Harvard here. Kristen, the closest U.S. city to Toronto is Niagara Falls, New York. But the closest major city is Buffalo, which is just a little bit further. So Buffalo is usually regarded as the closest, you know, large city to Toronto. It's about an hour-and-a-half drive away. If you could go directly across Lake Ontario, though, it would be a much shorter drive because you have to go around the end of Lake Ontario and then basically you go west from Toronto around the end of Lake Ontario where Hamilton is, and then you go east again along the southern shore of Lake Ontario to get to the border. So that adds a lot of extra time. If you could just go straight across the lake from Toronto, it would be like a fraction of the amount of time. You could make the trip in like 40 minutes or something. Yeah, Lewiston, although I don't consider that a city, you know, that's just like a little town. Or Fort Niagara. pops in every once in a while, Tiana. Maybe he lurks more often than joins the chat though. This is just where all the food trucks park on the U of T campus here on St. George. Do I have dual citizenship? No, I just have regular old Canadian citizenship. I was born in a border town though, in southwestern Ontario. But just plain old Canadian. Felicity is a certified lurker. Sometimes, I guess. She usually does pop in and say hi though if she catches the stream. She might say hi and chat a bit, but then she'll go back to lurking because usually she's cooking or doing a workout or something like that, and she just watches the stream while she does other things. That's right, Tiana, Sault Ste. Marie. Got the Twin Sioux in Michigan. Yeah, that's right, Carl. That's why I decided to stream tonight instead of Saturday. Thought I'd avoid melting. I keep reverting to holding my gimbal and power bank with my left hand, even though I'm supposed to not do that. I'm right-handed, but it seems more natural for me to hold the gimbal in my left hand for some reason. And then I end up with a numb thumb. Remind myself, no, right hand. Use your right hand. You're a right-hander, use your right hand. Hey, Diane, hello. Back from Ottawa, Carl? Yeah, the bus was pretty full. I was surprised. I thought at midnight it wouldn't be full, but I was wrong. It was totally full. Guess a lot of people were doing the same thing I was doing. They just went to Ottawa for the day to do the Canada Day thing. $1:20 a.m. across the pond. I think I was definitely sweating more than she was, Carl. She was a young Asian girl. I don't think they sweat too much. compared to the likes of me anyway. Ottawa was, if you're driving in a car, it's maybe like a 4-hour drive. On the bus though, it's more like 5 hours because the bus makes a stop, and and it is a bus. It just doesn't go as quickly as a car. Hey Robert Brunn, how you doing? Happy 4th of July. Way out in San Diego.
On the way?
Yeah.
Yeah, the bus makes a stop in Kingston. That was the only stop it made. But it goes right into downtown Kingston, so it added like a good half an hour to the journey, just going from the 401 down into the heart of Kingston, then sitting there for like 10 minutes or so, and then it goes back up to the highway again. Easily added like more than a half an hour to the trip, I would say. It does pick up and drop off people in Kingston though, so it's not like it goes there for nothing. Kingston's the only sort of major center, I guess, between Toronto and Ottawa, or Toronto and Montreal, for that matter. It certainly can be, Hannah. Even the non-beautiful parts of it are beautiful in their own way. I like to think so anyway. Hey, Johnny B, hello. Mr. Clean. Alright, we're crossing Spadina. At college. We're going to go south through Chinatown. That's right, Billy T. I think there's still 1 or 2 computer hardware stores left around here, but most of them are gone now. Hey, you're checking out Randy Ruck. Have a good night. Thank you once again, Randy Ruck, for the fantastic support with the super chats and all those channel memberships. Cheers, Randy Ruck. Hope to see you again in the next one, in my premiere tomorrow evening, perhaps. Have a good night, Randy. Alma Combo. Hey, Slack Wolf, hello. Brett and Daryl forever? Forever? I'm not sure what that means. This is my brother Daryl and my other brother Daryl. CJ Iceman, hello, hello. Hey, is Jane DeJaren here? What's up? You're welcome, Linda Jane. All right, Choppy, have a good night. Thanks for checking out the stream. Hope to see you in another one. My next live stream is in 3 or 4 days. But I'll be premiering a pre-recorded video tomorrow evening. Christos, yes. Still going. Random music. Is this your happy place? Yeah, the Alma Combo is back in financial trouble again. I think it should go back to how it used to be. I think it got too fancy, you know? The Alma Combo is not supposed to be fancy. This new building blocks out a lot of the cool skyline view we used to have here, but once again, don't expect any view to stay, you know, for very long in Toronto. Walking into Kensington Market. You can still see some of the skyline over here. Just can't see the tower. The tower is hidden behind the building. My favorite spot to stand. Where I just was? Hey, Ronnie81, hello.
Sure. Yeah.
There's the tower again. Hey, Greg Keating. Yeah, it turns out after my Ottawa live stream ended and I looked at the analytics, turns out I had way more viewers than I thought I had. I thought I had around 1,400 or so, but it turns out I had 2,400 concurrent viewers during the live stream when the fireworks were happening. It's not a record, but it's definitely one of the biggest audiences I've had on the channel during a live. Hey, Feliz, hello. Yeah, that guy was completely unhinged who walked past earlier. Just completely out of his mind. He looked like the type of guy who basically could just punch you, like, for no reason as you walk past, right? You just never know. You never know what he might do. So it was a good idea to give some people a wide berth when you see them coming. Even if you're not live streaming, he could possibly do something like that just for walking past, you know. There's a look east on Dundas. He says, what's the frequency? I wouldn't mind if he asked that. Alright, so we're in the heart of Chinatown. weekend's going to be a scorcher. Yeah, I think I might try to avoid it if I can. I know there's a couple of events happening this weekend. I think Salsa on St. Clair is taking place, and Taste of Lawrence. I don't know though how much I want to subject myself to insane heat and humidity just to walk through another crowded street festival. I might not. I'm not sure yet. You're going to the cottage for a few days. Sounds good, Jane. And Alan K, $3. Happy Friday. That's right, it's Friday and it's the evening, so it's Friday Eve. Different from the other Friday Eve that we often joke about. Thank you very kindly, Alan, and happy actual Friday Eve. Cheers, Alan K. Much appreciated. Planning to go to any other cities? I'm not sure. I'm glad I did Ottawa though. I've been wanting to do Ottawa for a while. There's a dipshit riding his bike down the middle of the sidewalk. So I got Ottawa crossed off the list. I guess there are some other cities I'd like to go to I haven't done. Even in Ontario, there's a couple of major cities I have yet to visit. Thunder Bay, that's not one of them I had in mind, but there's a couple of southern Ontario cities I haven't hit up yet. They're not maybe the most interesting cities in terms of content for the channel, but maybe just for a live stream, just to walk around and head back. There's a couple places that might be suitable for that. The one that comes to mind is London, Ontario, since it's a decent sized city. It's a mid-sized city, about 2 hours southwest of Toronto, so it's pretty easy to get to. Closer than Ottawa, that's for sure. It's home to a major university, Western University. It has a skyline, it has some tallish buildings downtown and that sort of thing. I've done Niagara Falls before. I've done Kitchener-Waterloo before.
And after that
I haven't been to Windsor, which is right across from Detroit. Yeah, Barrie, Kingston.
So whatever, see. That day that you stay with Suri and me, Santiago, Alice,
but London is like, after Ottawa and Hamilton, London is the next biggest city outside of the Greater Toronto area. So I've done Ottawa, I've done Hamilton, so that leaves London. Port Dover on Friday the 13th, yeah.
Your best friend. Yeah, we're best friends. That's like,
Guy almost took out that lady. That's right, I'm dead-ass streaming. That's what that kid was saying. That guy's streaming. He's dead-ass streaming. Hey, our Toronto, how's it going? Hey, Bill Chow, welcome. We're at Queen and Spadina. Here's the sketchy McDonald's jelly bean. Jelly bean. $5 because I know why. Gee, why? Why could that be? So keep me up all night trying to figure this one out. I think I know why, maybe. Pretty sure I know why. Thank you very kindly, Jelly Bean. Cheers. Very sort of big city-ish view from here. Am I headed to the Ottawa? Actually, I'm not. I'm going to start heading east now.
We'll come back. Yeah. On the way downtown.
Crossing Spadina. One of the best things about going out of town, like my recent trip to Ottawa, is coming back to Toronto and then just being hit with how huge Toronto is. I mean, obviously I already know that, but when you go to a smaller city and then you come back to Toronto, Toronto all of a sudden seems even more ginormous than usual. Like, Ottawa's a pretty good sized city. It's one of the bigger cities in Canada, but you know, it's small compared to Toronto, and it's just so noticeable how huge Toronto is. Gang of motorcycles there. Because when I lived in North Bay, I would visit Ottawa, and to me Ottawa seemed like a big city, you know, because it was a big city compared to North Bay. But now that I've been living in Toronto for so long, when I went to Ottawa, it seemed so small. It just all changed for me. The perspective just changed completely. Crossing Peter Street. Yeah, Highway 17, Carl, from North Bay to Ottawa. Goes through Pembroke. Pembroke is like about halfway. I had a good friend who lives in Pembroke. Or she doesn't live there anymore though, but I went there visiting on a couple of occasions. Entertainment district. Alright, we're heading east on Richmond Street. Here's one of those sort of small size no frills. They've been popping up around downtown. See a sliver of the tower. A little piece of the tower. It's cargo. Yeah, the one on Shooter Street, the No Frills that just opened recently, I've been going there pretty regularly since it opened. It's just very convenient for me to stop in there on my way home. If I'm recording downtown, I can easily walk past there on the way home and pop in. So that's what I've been doing. It's a bit more convenient than the Metro on Gould Street that I would usually go to.
Yeah, you don't know. I bet you don't know it's the waterfall capital of
The green is like yeah, everything is like full. Simple and Naya.
Pretty busy on Richmond Street. Busier than normal for the most part. Will be fireworks in Toronto tonight? No, I don't think there's any plan tonight for fireworks in Toronto. I think Niagara Falls, Ontario, though, will have fireworks since it's on the border with Niagara Falls, New York. So they do a thing where they celebrate Canada Day and the 4th of July together. So I think they'll probably have fireworks there tonight. Hey, evening, Lisa. And Banger also, hello. Simcoe. University Avenue. Just on your way home from a stroll. I guess I am as well. I'm sort of walking in the direction of home here. I've avoided making my thumb all numb so far, so I consider that a win.
I told you.
Oh, that's cool, Jane. Yeah, Kingston is pretty much right on the border as well. Across from northern New York State. All of eastern Ontario is not too far from the US border. Once you get past Lake Ontario. There's actually another city in New York State, a small city called Kingston. I remember passing through Kingston, New York. I don't think it's as nice as Kingston, Ontario, though. Color Purple wants to know if I hang out with other people in my building. No, I don't actually. I don't even know any of the people who live on my floor right now. I used to before, but the ones I knew moved away. And I have no idea who the new people are. I think I've seen them once or twice in the elevator. And the times when I have seen them, they don't seem too friendly, so I just haven't really had a reason to talk to them. Some people, I don't know what it is. You get on the elevator and your neighbor gets on the elevator and you smile, you say, "Hey, how you doing?" And they just look at you like you have three heads or whatever. Like, "How dare you speak to me," type thing. It's like, okay, I won't talk to you then. I'll just ignore you. I don't need to know my neighbors, I guess, if they're gonna be like that. Hey, Zig, hello. Diane, sometimes, yeah. But like I said before, though, I have befriended some of my neighbors, So it's not like everyone is like that. Walking past Bay Street. Hey, cheers, Bob. Glad you're enjoying the walk. Oh, that's cool, Lisa. There's a girl who lives down the hall from me, 2 doors down, that I've seen a couple times in the elevator. I wouldn't mind talking to her, but every time I do see her, she basically avoids making any sort of eye contact with me. So I just don't bother, you know, like in the elevator, you know. It's almost like she purposely tries to look in any direction other than towards me. So I'm not going to do like, hey, how you doing, neighbor? Some people are just really awkward. They're just awkward people who don't interact well with people they don't know in places like elevators and hallways. Right, Yonge Street. Hey, Chowdhury, hello. Lisa, it's true, you know, it's true. If they're not interacting with a screen, they have no idea how to interact at all. It's like I'm an actual flesh and blood human being. I'm not just a talking face on a screen. Oh no, that's too much, too scary. I can't possibly interact with an actual person. Because I still believe in the old-fashioned way of meeting people. I hate dating apps and stuff like that. I don't use them. I can't stand them. I would always just meet people out in public, in places you are just doing normal things like standing in line at the grocery store or sitting on a bench in the mall or something. I would meet people like that all the time. You know, in the before times, that's how I would do it. And oftentimes, I wouldn't be the one to initiate the conversation, they would, you know, so it was like a whole different time. But that's how I still prefer to do it. It's just kind of a lost art, I guess you could say. Live journal. Like one time I dated a girl because we were sitting beside each other on a bench in the Eaton Center, right? And we just started randomly talking, and next thing you know, we were going out to dinner, and next thing you know, we were dating. It's just, it was like nothing to it. It was just easy and simple. And I'm not a bar person either. I never liked going to bars to meet people because I don't drink. There's no point. I did meet people when I went to shows, though. Go to see bands playing at a bar. So I'd be there to see the band, and then I'd meet people who were also there to see the band. So that was a way to meet people, I guess. I guess I could still do that, but I have a feeling it's not the same either. And I think the other place where I most often met people that I would end up dating was in the workplace. My last 3 girlfriends were all people I met at my last job. My former job before I started doing YouTube full time. I had 3 different girlfriends I met from that job. Including Megan, she was one of them. But now, this is my job now, so is that right, Jane? Yeah? Lisa too? Megan's doing okay. She's busy. She's got a lot of stuff going on these days. Yeah, I'm just about to cross Jarvis Street.
Oh, you live there on the right?
Jeanette here. Hey, Jeanette, welcome. Happy birthday once again, Jeanette. Hope your day has been awesome. All right, we're walking east on Richmond Street East. I think my plan is to take us to the Fresco at Dundas and Parliament. Try to get there by 9:30ish, and I'll have like about a half an hour to pick up a few things before the store closes at 10 p.m. I tried to time this so I would get there around that time. I think I'm doing a pretty good job. Yeah, it's still going, Mark. Yeah, the George Street Diner we just walked past. I think they extended their hours. They're open in evenings now. I always thought that their hours before were too restrictive, you know, they would close so early. That diner appeared in a movie with Daniel Radcliffe called The F Word. It was both set and, well, shot and set in Toronto. It's a pretty good movie. Why are you riding on the sidewalk when there's a bike path literally across the street? We're at Sherbourne. Back. I've been watching these buildings rise out my apartment window. Hey, you too, Diva Tequila. Look up, look way up. Getting dark. The days are getting shorter again. Sunset is getting earlier. Hey, coleslaw. Yeah, they're back to getting shorter. Happy 4th of July, YouTube.
No.
What time do I get up in the morning? If I do get up in the morning, it's basically right before it becomes afternoon. Today I got up at 11:30 a.m. But lots of times I won't get up until about 12 p.m. because I stay up until 4 a.m. I'm nocturnal, or close to it anyway. Yeah, I caught Johnny's stream earlier today. I was lurking. Do a live stream at 4 a.m. There wouldn't be much to see at 4 a.m., but maybe one day. – 4 a.m. is when you wake up. I guess I'm not a musician, but maybe I have the soul of a musician, right? I exist on musician hours. I'm constantly playing music in my head or something, so maybe that's enough. You know what song I have in my head now? I heard it on Canada Day during the right before the fireworks when I was live streaming. I can't believe it's been in my head. It's Mitsu, Bye Bye Mo Cowboy. That's been stuck in my head. I actually listened to it twice today on YouTube just to see if I could get it out of my head, but it's still there. Crossing Queen. Apparently a new Food Basics grocery store is going in at the base of those new buildings there. So that'll be another nearby grocery store for me to check out. There's a Food Basics in St. Jamestown, but I avoid it because it's a very unpleasant shopping experience. So maybe I'll like the new one. Kind of how the same thing happened with the No Frills on Parliament Street up ahead here. I hated going there, and then they opened the new No Frills on Shooter Street. So now I go there. It's all very exciting, I know. What grocery stores will Ken prefer going to? Which grocery stores does Ken dislike going to? I can't be bothered with grocery delivery. I'm literally surrounded by grocery stores on all sides that are an easy walk away. With these new ones, I'll have probably like about a dozen now. A dozen grocery store options. Alright, we're heading north up Parliament Street. I'll make it, Jillian. I'm just about there. I wanted to go to the Freshco tonight because I'm all out of yogurt, and Freshco has the best prices for Greek yogurt. So I only buy it at Freshco now. Carl, that would be nice. Yeah, Greek yogurt is good stuff, very high in protein. It's just gotten pretty expensive, you know? So now this is one of the last places left where I can buy it at the prices that it used to be. Alright, cheers crikey. I did my workout before the stream. Man, did I time this perfectly, or did I time this perfectly? My plan was to do this stream and end it at 9:30 at the Freshco. And look what time it is. Well, I have a half an hour to peruse Freshco, see what else I want to get besides some Greek yogurt. So thank you everyone for joining me on this 4th of July downtown Toronto walk around Friday evening. It was very pleasant, not too hot, but tomorrow the heat wave hits, so we'll see if I'm going to be out and about recording videos or not during the heat wave. I don't think it's an actual heat wave, but a couple of days of very hot weather anyway. So cheers to everyone for checking out tonight's stream. Hope you enjoyed it. And thank you to the mods for letting me know about the new channel membership giftings and all that sort of stuff. It's very much appreciated. Alan K, cheers to you. And a big thanks to all those who sent all the awesome support. Spoiling me tonight with super chats, super stickers, and all the new memberships that Randy Ruck gifted. Cheers, Randy Ruck. I know you're gone now, but very much appreciated. And I'll be streaming again in the next 3 or 4 days, so stay tuned. Hit the notification bell, like, share, subscribe, hit all the buttons. You know the drill. If you haven't already done all of those things. And I'll be premiering a pre-recorded video tomorrow evening around 7 or 7:15 p.m. Hope to see you in the live chat during the premiere tomorrow evening. And thanks to all the channel members, and welcome to the new channel members. Alright, until next time I will continue. Have a good night, everyone. Gonna go do some grocery shopping now. Alright, night all.